Hey guys, my name is Ishaan. I am a GCSE, no, I'm not a GCSE student. I'm now an A-level student in year 12 studying English, Latin, French, Italian and EPQ for my A-levels. Actually, Italian isn't really an A-level, it's just this sort of side course my school offers. And an EPQ is basically sort of like an essay thing that we all have to do. Those two things aren't optional. Italian is, but it's not optional in a sense that you have to take something. So I just chose Italian. Anyway, this video will not be focusing on year 12. This will be focusing on how to revise for mocks, how to make sure that your revision is efficient for mocks, and how you can prepare the best for mocks. Again, this video will not be edited. This video is not scripted. This is just giving my honest advice and my honest opinions on how you should revise for your mocks, and yeah, how you should take them, whether you should take them seriously or whether you shouldn't take them seriously. And my glasses are dirty, so I really need to clean them, which is annoying because they always get like dirty. So give me a second. Okay, no, they're still dirty, but who cares? Anyway, let's get on to it. Now, the first point that I really want to make clear is that you have to revise for your mocks. I know they're your mocks. I know they're not your biggest exams, but they are really important, especially for practice. Now, by this, I mean, don't go revising everything like all at once as if like it's a panic. Just revise for them as if they're your actual GCSEs. And trust me, it's a lot better if you do this than wait until your actual GCSEs and you start cramming everything. It's just not good. Revise for your mocks. It's practice for your GCSEs. Act as if your mocks are your GCSEs. It will make it less stressful during your GCSEs. And remember, you can learn from your mocks. Revise as much as you can, revise for your mocks, and then learn from your mistakes that you made in your mocks for your actual exam. If you do this, you will be fine. It will be less stressful. Whereas if someone didn't revise for their mocks, flunked it, and literally 2 weeks before the GCSE started revising, they would have to cram 3 or 2 years worth of content into 2 weeks, and that would be unbearable. So please revise for your mocks. Now, my next piece of advice is please do past papers. Past papers are so important because your mocks will basically just be consisted of past papers. They'll be either mixed from previous exam papers, like from the 2013 papers, 14, 15, 16, 6, 17, 18, 19, 20 papers. They'll either be a mix of basically tons of questions, or they will be the most recent paper that was sat by last year's cohort, which would have been the 2021 assessment materials, which were basically the 2020 and 2019 materials. So make sure you do as many past papers as possible. They're all online. You can find them on your exam board websites, because your school is going to use these for your mocks, possibly. Again, even if they're not, it is really good practice, because there are so many repeat questions that can come up. For example, what is osmosis, or what is diffusion, or what is meant by the net movement, or just what are ribosomes, what's the function of ribosomes. All of these questions would have come up in previous papers, and even the long experimental ones, they would have come up in previous exam papers, but just worded a bit differently with different figures, etc. So please do exam papers, because they basically have everything that you need to know. And if you've done every single paper from 2013 to 2020, I am sure you will do fine, because the mark scheme is literally inside of your head. You'll know exactly what the examiner wants you to write, and you'll be ticking off each boxes in the examiner's head. So just do past papers and look at the mark scheme. Now, the next point I want to raise is that you need to study efficiently. You need to create a retrospective timetable instead of like a general timetable, which I will show on the screen now. This is a general timetable. It's not that good. You're basically just splitting each subject, like splitting subjects into a day. Like at 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. you're going to do biology, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. you're going to do physics, etc. This is not good. You want to plan out your timetable with topics that you need to cover. So I'll give you an example here. For example, this is a retrospective timetable with topics that you will need to cover within the next few weeks. You rate them on a scale: green, yellow, red. What you find is green, you come back later on. What you find red, you focus on at the moment, and make sure you get those to a yellow or green standard, because I know that if you say you're going to revise biology from 9 to 10, you're just going to revise stuff you already know. You're just going to revise stuff that is probably easy to you. Revise stuff that you find really tricky or you find challenging, because that's what you need help on. That's what you need to focus on. The next point for mocks is, again, past papers and where to find them. You can find past papers from physics and maths tutor if your school is doing mocks with like topics that are taken out, etc. You can find topic papers on past physics and maths tutor. I'd also recommend Save My Exams. You can also join my Discord server. We have tons of past papers from we've just got so many, so please do them. Again, you can use resources like Seneca, Quizlet. They have tons of questions, so as long as you keep doing questions, it's great. That brings me on to my next point about Quizlet and Anki. Quizlet and Anki are flashcard apps or flashcard websites, and I'd have to say I prefer Anki. Again, it implements an active recall and spaced repetition technique, so I'd really recommend downloading it on your laptop. It is free on your laptop. It does cost money if you want to buy it on your phone or your iPad. I think it's free on Android. It just costs money on Apple, but again, on your Mac, on your laptop, on your Windows, it is completely free, so please take advantage of it, especially for GCSEs. It's mostly used by university students, but you can use it for GCSE. It is an amazing resource. I will probably make a video on Anki later on, because that video is really high in demand, but yeah, just try using Anki more than Quizlet. I will make a video on that at some point, hopefully before GCSEs. I might make it before Christmas, hopefully, if all things go well. Next, the music that you listen to can really impact your studying. Listen to lo-fi hip-hop beats. I'll link a few in the description below. Don't listen to really upbeat music that has like rap and stuff, because you're going to focus more on that instead of the work that you're doing. So please listen to lo-fi hip-hop beats or things like that, because it will create a nicer study atmosphere. Now, if you're studying a language like me, you might want to listen to music in that language. For example, I listen to French covers of English songs by a woman called Sarah. She did really good songs, especially in French, which she covered A Whole New World, basically tons of English songs in French. So I'd recommend doing that for any language that you are studying. Going back onto another point relating to languages, if you're studying languages, watch Netflix in the language you're studying, listen to music in the language you're studying, and make sure you write down any vocab that you don't know. For example, write down everyday vocab you might hear in a French film that you wouldn't really necessarily see in a French textbook. For example, who would know what a firefighter is in French, or who would know what a windowsill is in French, or a seal in French is? Use this vocab and put it into your French writing. Again, it shows the examiner that you have knowledge of real life French that you can throw into your writing. Now, my advice for English is, English, you need to learn your poems. If you're doing poems, I don't know how it's working this year, but I had to do poems. You need to learn your poems. You also need to learn your text, for example, your novel. So please read your novel at least 2 times and make sure you have a thorough understanding of each poem. Make sure you know your annotations well, because that will help you in the long run. And keep going over it every day. Read a poem every day. Just build up your knowledge, build up your annotations, and it will all run smoothly in the exam. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great next few weeks. If you guys have mocks, good luck. You guys are going to do amazing. Good luck everyone doing GCSEs, mocks, any sort of exams, A-levels. This year you are going to do amazing. But yeah, that's where I'm going to end this video. I hope you have enjoyed. Again, this is not going to be edited that much because I just wanted to sort of give you my personal opinions on how I revised for mocks, how you should revise for mocks. And I'm sorry this has gone really fast. I need to go to bed because I'm waking up at 5 a.m. every day to try this new schedule thingy. And if it works, I'm going to make a video on it. If it doesn't work, I'm still going to make a video on it and tell you how it went. But hopefully the next video will be a 5 a.m. morning routine thingy if all goes well. Hopefully I can wake up tomorrow at 5 a.m. But yeah, have a great day, guys. See you soon in my next video. Peace out.